So what we wanted to do is we wanted to, as our thing is called trending visualize, we wanted to show what top trending topics of whatever news article that you're looking at, what are the topics that everyone's looking at currently. So we have, oh, this is Ben, he's not here with us. He's playing with his device. Say hi.
Is that a big contributor?
Yeah, so we wanted to show you what he looked like. So we go ahead and demo our project. So, as you can see, this is our webpage, right? So at the very bottom, we have these, well, not the very bottom, but you can't scroll past this. We have Business Insider, The Guardian, BuzzFeed, Entertainment Weekly, and The Times. So if we were to click on, let's say, BuzzFeed, you can see that when we hover over, it enlarges just a little bit. I click on it, and I can scroll, and I can see with cloud words what is currently trending. And if I were to click on, let's say, kind, I will get cute images that pop up, and I can see those images related to the word kind. The nice thing about this is that if I click on BuzzFeed again, it'll give me a different set of words, so I won't get bored looking at the same word kind several times. And I can say, well, I don't want to click on mom shaming, but like house. If I click on house, it will show me like, oh, this is like words or images related to home and family. Right?
Can you click on mom shaming? Just
I don't know if it's going to work. I hope not. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
That's very fortunate. So, like I said, it's a way for us to visualize an element to current topics that are trending. And then we wanted to be able for all the users to experience, okay, what are some images related to these topics? Like house, it shows you families and homes, not just like an actual stick figure house, but possible families, right? So what we wanted to do was, anytime you you click on the word, that circle took me a really long time. But like if you were to click on Bangladesh, like these images would pop up, right? And then I already explained why. So. Yes.
Oh no. Okay, I'm kind of nervous talking in front of people.
Talking to the mic.
You got it.
And English is not my first language. So, okay. So what we take the what kind of role we are taking each other. The band actually pretty much have us a lot, supporting us a lot. Like other team, there's one person is always like advanced, right? compared to others. Ben was the guy. So me and I and Patrick, we're actually retrieving the data and use an API from the news API. They actually they support more than 50 news API. We picked the 5 of them. And then the band is he did a lot of jobs. Yeah, and he visualizing the news topics. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Patrick and Irene, they're retrieving the image. Each time we click the image and the word, they are taking that job. The
image would pop up.
Yeah,
if you
right.
click on
That's
the
what
word
I
from
would
that
expect.
side.
And then the CSS, we're working all together. I spent so much time to figuring out how to, making better looking. But the problem is there are lots of good ones on the Google already, right? So I explained everything. So what we're using, we're using News API, and we grab the image from the Getty Image API. We actually using some of the, we're gonna show the, you guys show the demo already, right? So there's a header part. When you scroll down, it's gonna be moving the, the title. that's what we grab from the the library, and we're using TechCrowd for the
words.
the word. And also on the top header, there's the moving tree. I brought that one from the code pen. All right, thank you.
So I'm just gonna go back to the demo real quick. Over there. So just kind of gonna show you guys a little more how it works. So Business Insider, right? Where are these words actually coming from? So I go into the console and we grab the articles from Business Insider, and then all the titles are right here for the top 10 articles. And then so the app is picking words out of these titles in here. And so every time you would click a new news source, more titles would be generated. And then more words would be picked from them. So let's see what hipsters are out there. So yeah, so we entered hipster, then we would take the word and run it into the image API, and it would grab the top images for that result. So improvements that could have been made. Yeah, using Git was kind of hard in the beginning, like merging branches and stuff, and Ben did help us a lot with that part too. Deciding which APIs to use. So our original idea was to take Twitter, with the hashtags and the highest trending words of the day and display those images. Using Twitter and Facebook, those APIs required OAuth and token-based authentication, and every few calls you would have to get a new token and register a new key, and it was just CORS issues, and it was just too much. And so we changed our idea to using news articles instead, and the news API was a little more easy to access. Also, just like the mom shaming example, there are certain words that will not come up with a result in the image API, so therefore no images will be displayed. So maybe we could create like a callback function and have an error alert in the future. Coming up with the project was very difficult. One person wanted to do food and recipes, another person wanted to do travel and restaurants, and then music and politics. So I mean, this all came out of like 5 different ideas, and finally we landed on this. And if we could find a better API for images, we wanted to use Flickr first, but then more CORS issues and stuff. In the future, we could pin images that the user likes. So maybe you're setting up for a collage project or something, you like this picture, you click on it and saves it to a bank. We could use Firebase for that. Also the trending results, the words, some of them have punctuation in them, which also kicks back different results for the images. Maybe we could remove those. And yeah, it was hard to all agree on how to style it, but I think the end result is not bad and it's pretty good. So, and that is all. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Do you have any questions?
I liked your guys' was that a Jumbotron that was like moving like
Yeah.
that? That was really cool. How
I
did you guys
grabbed
do that?
from CodePen.
Oh, okay.
Just
Cool.
search like a anime background.
And then we
Or
had
get
the
some visual.
parallax effect on the that's really cool.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so what he was trying to explain was how the words they just seem like one gigantic run-on sentence, like mind-blowing facts that'll make that can right. So if there was some way that we could kind of break them apart to make it more logically sound, and then some words that are trending pop up larger. So like the word before was the word shot. So if you're searching on this particular site, like you go back to Times, you type in the word shot, that's what's currently trending, and that's why it's so big. Yeah. And Trump is very tweety.
Oh, he'd be so pissed. All right. Other questions? All right, clap for them and clap for yourselves.